Hello, I'm Dan Marr from Hamlin and Carrigan in Nashua, New Hampshire. I've been practicing law for approximately 30 years or 36 years and about 28 years in Massachusetts. And as such, I'm licensed in both New Hampshire and Massachusetts, and I've been dealing with business transactions and representing businesses for a number of years. I'm going to be talking in this vlog about why, if you're a one-person entity, you still should consider creating a limited liability company for your business. You may be doing a business that you may have employees, you may not, but you don't have any other co-owners. If you have co-owners, it's easier for you to decide to go for a limited liability company, or a corporation. It might be called a subchapter S corporation or C. Certainly, if you have that level of conversations, I'm happy to discuss them with you, and I've dealt with all of those things. But a normal one-person ownership case, the question is, well, why don't I just use my trade name? I can call myself Dan Marr, Dan's Legal Services, and that can be enough. Well, the reason you don't want to do that, actually, for professionals, we have requirements to create professional entities. But for your normal company that you're doing, you're a tailor shop, you're a fast food booth, maybe even a hot dog stand, you may want to still consider doing an LLC. And let me tell you the reasons for that. One, and first and foremost, is if you're entering into contracts with somebody, so you're signing something and you're signing it as Dan's Hot Dog Stand LLC, and there is an actual LLC that you form. It's very easy to do that in the Secretary of State's office. Then when you do that, you're benefiting by that, because in that contract relationship, the other side can only go after Dan's Hot Dog Stand LLC. They can't go after Dan Marr's assets in his house, absent there being some other issues that I've talked about in other vlogs as to how you pierce the LLC veil or the corporation. But in general, you're limited to going after just the LLC, meaning in this situation, a hot dog stand. So that helps you, and that's a very important thing. It also gives you, if you're dealing with other services, it's not just a hot dog stand of people coming and buying their hot dogs, but say you're doing computer services, you're going and you're providing website enhancements, or you're providing some technical support for companies, and if you have a website and you actually create an LLC, you give yourself some depth. People are considering you versus somebody else. They're going to see the LLC, and at least internally, they're going to think some depth. And another reason why they really think seriously about that is if you're dealing with a company that also is concerned about the state saying that you're their employee, an LLC matters. An LLC, a corporation, matters. If I'm in a situation, I'm representing an entity, and I've had this situation where somebody doesn't get paid that's doing work with us, they're an independent contractor, and they file a wage claim with the state of New Hampshire Department of Labor. And I'm able to show them that this person has a website, they're an LLC, even though they put a claim in for individually as a John Smith, but they're actually John Smith's Computer Services LLC, and they actually billed our client as that LLC. The Department of Labor is going to say, usually, you don't meet the independent contractor test. You're doing this for other people. You're a contractor. We're not going to be getting involved. And also, other issues like the IRS, you want to make sure that you're not going to be in trouble with the IRS as hiring this person. You want to make sure that you're not going to be responsible for unemployment taxes, SUDA, FUTA, for this person. If they're an LLC, it decreases the likelihood that this company in hiring you is going to be at risk of you being considered later on as an employee. And that means they're more interested in hiring you. So you're going to get more business possibly by creating an LLC, just because if you're doing these jobs that are side jobs, you're not building somebody's loading dock on their facility. You're actually doing something that they do too. They also do some of this stuff. There's a likelihood that the state agencies and the federal government are going to agree with you that this company truly is an independent contractor. And that matters a lot. So you can get business, you can from creating an LLC, so it works well. It's very easy to do this certificate of formation Secretary of State's office. You don't have to do what's called an operating agreement because there's just one of you, and so you're not having a fight like in corporations. You have shareholder agreements that determine rights, but this isn't. You don't need to do that in this situation. You're going to create the tax designation as a pass-through entity. You're going to treat it as you can treat it as a sole proprietorship. You have another person, you can treat it as a partnership, but you can do it so that all the expenses and gains go right to your taxes, just like your sole proprietorship anyway, so you can get that benefit for the IRS. And it works out well for you for protection of your own house and your personal liabilities. If you have questions in regards to this, feel free to call me at 883-5501, that's 603-883-5501, or you can check out our website at nashvillelaw.com, that's nashvillelaw.com, and there's a lot of useful information, including a lot of vlogs that I've done, and other information. There's a lot of the good attorneys here in this firm. Thank you.